England ruled India. India was colony of England and most probably from 1791 when Tipu Sultan was defeated by East India Company general. Tipu Sultan was the last king in India who got from then onward India completely came under East India Company. East India Company from Britain 1791 I believe or around that period. And then Britishers ruled India till 1947. 150-year full-fledged Britishers ruled India, full India. Now, in that sense, there was King Ranjit Singh. He was there till 1850 around, and his descendant. Okay, so that reason we exclude, but more or less it was covered by British East India Company only. So we consider since then only East India. 150 years East India ruled the country. Now this Britain, now if you see the world map, there is no reason where Britain did not rule the world. If Britain ruled India, Britain ruled the Iraq part also of the Indian subcontinent. Here till Burma, Britain ruled. In China also there was a Britain rule or something like that. But this side, Australia, New Zealand, all were Britisher colony only. In Africa, South Africa and other parts, or I cannot take others' name, other part also was ruled by British. And then the most important in present scenario is United States. So eastern part of United States and eastern part of Canada. So that was ruled by British. I believe the capital in United States that is in Pennsylvania, Washington DC, and capital of the Canada that is Ottawa. So both falls in British colony only. This is what I think. Central part of America was France colony, like I forgot the name. The central part was French colony, and western part of United States was a Spanish colony. Not only western part of United States and Canada, then Mexico, and then Central America, and then excluding Brazil, full South America, the Spanish colony. Still language is Spanish only there. Louisiana. So Louisiana is a state east to Texas, and I believe it falls in Mississippi, Missouri region only. So that part, uh, I don't know. That part was French colony. Otherwise, eastern part completely was British colony, except Florida, like Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, New York, Pennsylvania. So these are the reason. Delaware, Rhode Island. These are states, right nowadays also. So these were ruled by British. Now, is Britain has become weak. Britain has lost all its territory. Now, in addition, so Britain still it is in three countries. One is Ireland, some part of Ireland, four Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland. So Britain, now question is arising that this powerful Britain, I am saying powerful Britain because Britain has veto power in United States, in United Nations Security Council, United Nations UNSC, United Nations Security Council or Security Committee. The Britain is has veto power. Britain, France, United States, Russia, and China. These five countries have veto power. If if any country brings any resolution to pass like doing any anti work against any country who is doing nonsense and it must be controlled, then all five has to vote. Then only that resolution will pass. If any one of them says no, then it will not be passed. So they are permanent member of United Nations Security Council. So Britain is that much one. Wales and little bit eastern part of Ireland, England and Scotland. Is Britain is that much only and it has lost all its territory like India or South Africa, I believe South Africa was the last country which got independence from the United Kingdom. Then that is the question is answerable. Certainly not. Britain has still presence all over the globe in islands form. There are many islands. There are many islands in Caribbean islands. Okay, many few islands in kind of eastern to Florida. Okay, so Bermuda Island, it is called Bermuda Triangle is very famous. Bermuda Island is also there nearby that. Bermuda Island, like that, there are many islands still England has presence. Anyway, there are five countries called I country. They have English as their local language, and like England, United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Anyway, England has presence there, especially Australia and New Zealand. England has very powerful. They did not get any independence from England, more or less, practically. They still consider the Queen of England as Queen of Wales as their head, state head. Queens of England only, Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand, I don't know. Australia falls in Commonwealth Games. Australia lead. So these are the countries. Now, question is arising where the England's presence is still available. Okay, I have a list that we will see. Okay, England is the most crucial country in the world right now because all the diplomatic talks happens in English. I mean, there are many countries that talk in their own languages only, and there are multilingual people. They sit translators and they translate to the head of a state in their language. But whatever, still many countries they have official language. I mean, they work in English also. One of them is India. India, Pakistan, and these countries still English is there. They were colony of England or whatever. Even if countries are not colony of England, but English is still considered as wide spoken language in terms of the inter-country communication is concerned still. So England had still the highest presence as far as English language is concerned around the globe. Okay, we don't want it. I mean, speaking in English, we don't like this. But what can be done? So the only language I believe that can take over English is Sanskrit because that is widely spoken, used to be widely spoken in full Indian subcontinent, full from Egypt till Philippines and from Maldives to Mongolia. Sanskrit. So if Sanskrit comes into the picture, then certainly it will become a challenge to English. Okay, so now I have a list of the still countries which territory which are still part of United Kingdom. United Kingdom is a veto country in United Nations Security Council. So it is a powerful country, and you cannot subside, you cannot take lightly, you cannot subside any veto-based country. It is powerful. Anyway, so UK territory, if we talk about where are they, there is a very contentious, it is in contention. This territory is called Akrotiri and Dehkelia. Akrotiri and Dehkelia is an island near Cyprus that is west to Syria. There is an island Cyprus. I believe it is in Europe only. There is a contention, it belongs to Europe or Asia. I believe it is in Europe only, and 255 square kilometer is the island, and that is part of England, and it is under contention that it belongs to Cyprus, but it has United Nations has made clear that it belongs to England. Okay, Anguilla is a island that is in Caribbean, 91 square kilometer. Caribbean means east to the Central America, Nicaragua, Honduras, this kind of country, east to it. So there is a very set of too many islands like Cuba. Cuba is one of them. Like Anguilla is an English island. Bermuda, like Bermuda Triangle is famous, unsolved mystery. that is east to Florida. So there, that is Bermuda, and it comes in North Atlantic, and it is around 54 square kilometers is the territory. One is British Antarctic region, British Antarctica. Antarctica is the southernmost continent on the earth where no one lives. There also British has set of island that belongs to Britain, and that is called British Antarctic Territory. And okay, and the area is 1709400 square kilometer. Looks like poor Antarctica they have taken. Okay, 1.7 million square kilometers. Looks like full Antarctica they have taken. Like full Antarctica belongs to England, but north of Antarctica there are set of islands that is called British Antarctic Territory. Is there? British Indian Territory near the southern. If you come from India, that is southern tip is Kerala. From Kerala, if you go south, that is called Maldives. Many times I have said Mal means Mala. That is a Sanskrit word. Mala means garland. A garland, the way garland is exactly like Maldives is there. The southernmost tip of the Maldives, there is one island over there that is called British Indian Territory. One island or one set of island, I don't know. Surprisingly, even I have personally seen in the map, I was just browsing the Maldives and suddenly I saw British Indian Territory. I could not believe it, and it did not belong to Maldives, Mali. Okay, that is, and there is a, for that island, there is a contention from Mauritius and Britain. Mauritius say it belongs to me and Britain belongs, but it falls in India. Name is British Indian Territory, and India is somewhere else in moon on moon. Okay, Indian territory and Mauritius and Britain are fighting for it. Okay, British Virgin Island that is in Caribbean. That is the south to United States and east to Central America. So this British Indian territory is 60 square kilometers, large one, and British Virgin Island is 153 square kilometers. Now there is a Cayman Island that is again Caribbean island 264 square kilometers. Falkland Island, very famous Falkland Island, and that is near south of the Argentina, again north of the Antarctica, and that is 12,173 square kilometers, very big. That is Falkland Island. There was a contention between Argentina and England over it. For some time, I believe Argentina or Chile, it captured the island, but British they kicked them out. Out. So that belongs to Britain, Falkland Island. One is Gibraltar, Gibraltar, very famous island. I believe that is between Spain and Africa. Between Spain and Africa, there is a Mediterranean Sea, and at one point it is very narrow out there. There is one island called Gibraltar, that is 6.5 square kilometers. That belongs to Britain. Neither, I believe, southern part of it is Algeria or Morocco or Tunisia, one of them, and Spain north side. So Spain or Portugal. So there Britain has presence there also, and very contentious island. Okay, Montserrat Island that is in Caribbean North Atlantic. Caribbean North Atlantic. So I believe this island North Atlantic means east to United States. So this is 101 square kilometer. One is Saint Helens Island. Saint Helens Island, Accession Island, Tristanda, Kunha, Tristanda and Kunha Island. There are four islands: Saint Helens Island, Accession Island, Tristanda Island, Kunha Island. These islands are west to Angola. So Angola is a country in western South Africa, southwestern Africa, Angola. So Angola, if someone looked westward, I believe some 3,000 kilometers or something like that, then he can see these islands. This falls in South Atlantic, means Southeast Atlantic. Okay, there is South Georgia and South Sandwich Island. Okay, these islands, okay, these islands are also near south of Argentina. But these islands, South Georgia and the South Sandwich Island archipelago, very big set of islands. Okay, Saint Helena and all these islands, that area is, I believe, there is 420 square kilometers. Okay, I missed. Okay, I'll talk about it. The South Georgia and the South Sandwich Island archipelago. This is again south to Argentina and eastward. That is also in south. That is also in the south, south of the kind of Atlantic Ocean. That is also south of the Atlantic Ocean, and that is 3,903 square kilometers. That is a very big set of islands eastward of the south tip of the Argentina. Little far, I believe, around 2,000 kilometers. Then Turks and Caicos Island, that is Caribbean island, 94 point or 948 square kilometers, big island. One island I'm missing that is very important is Pitcairn Island. Pitcairn Island is near to Easter's Island, that is 4,000 kilometers west of Chile. Easter Island, it falls in Polynesia. So there is an island called Pitcairn Island. So it has presence in Pacific Ocean also. Mind blowing, mind blowing Ukraine. The states that belong to United States and they were colony of England. England ruled for around 99 years in United States, and they got independence from England only 1776, I believe. Okay, those states are Delaware, Rhode Island, Connecticut, all are Eastern Island. New York, Pennsylvania, where Washington DC is there. New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So there they brought the slaves from Africa and indentured labor from Europe and local people also, and they were growing sugarcane for sugar industry, and they become very rich selling those sugar in Europe. Europe had very tempting market for sugar at that time. That's why they controlled Caribbean islands, what we talk, and the eastern part of America that is highly cultivating those regions. So this is United Kingdom. Very bad to see that still they are occupying the Indian territory and India is sleeping. Anyway, we wish that England grow in their prosperity and whatever the reason they are carrying. So for people who are living out there, they would prosper under the regime of England.